This is a video for the nerds. Recently, I released a video on how to play Jane Says by Jane's Addiction. So I thought I'd show you guys how to play one of the weird chords in that song. And one of the weirdest chords I've played in a while. So it's called a Gsus2add sharp 11. And I want to break it down for you, explain why it's called that, and how it got its name, etc., etc. So I might be skipping some things. I'm going to assume you know the major scale, which is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. If you start that on G, you get G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G, which is also right there. If you don't know that, let's get that. 3rd fret E, 5th fret E, 2nd fret A, 3rd fret A, 5th fret A, 2nd fret D, 4th fret D, and 5th fret D. Those are the notes in the G major scale. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. We're just going to start there for now. More to be continued. But that right there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then technically that's an 8. Okay? It's octave 8, right? The Gsus2, let's get into that. Well, firstly, you want to know what a G major chord is first. A G major chord, or any major chord for that matter, is always 1, 3, 5. So in the key of G, that's G, B, and D. Okay? That's what you get when you play that. And that's why there are another, couple of ways of playing that chord. So by taking my 3rd finger off, that's also a G major, just a different arrangement of the same 3 notes, G, B, and D. The 1, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Now, a sus2 comes from suspending that 3 and in place of it, putting in a 2. Okay, what does that mean? Well, the 2 in the key of G is the note of A. 1, 2, A, right? So we're putting an A in there in place of the B, the 3, okay? So we officially have a Gsus2 with this particular chord. Okay? So we're going to break down the Gsus2 add 11, which is this. It's 3rd fret E, muted A, open D, 2nd fret of the G, 2nd fret of the B, and 3rd fret of the high E. So, if you remember our chord, here it is again. We're going to go ahead and identify a couple of the notes now that we know a little bit. That note is a note of G. So that's a 1. We know that. All right, the root note is there. It's stable. Yay. That A is muted, so it doesn't count. There's no A there. That's a D. That is a 5 in the key of G. So that's a 1, 5. We got some stability already, which is good. 1, 5 are like the walls of almost every house that is a chord. And then, this is where it gets weird. Okay, on that note, that's the note of A. G, G sharp, A on the 2nd fret G string. That A, G, D, A combined creates a G suspended 2. Okay, and a G suspended 2 essentially is just a chord that I'll go ahead and play it for you. It'll be exactly this. Kind of sounds pretty, right? Those 3 notes, and the suspended 2 typically does have that kind of pretty, slight tension feel. Okay. And then we added another note, the note of C sharp. I'm going to come back to that real quick. I want to make sure I grab this note, the 3rd fret of the high E. So again, here's my chord, or officially it's playing it this way. That G is, you got it. It's really technically just another 1 in this case. There's no real added benefit or harm. It's just another root note. So the note that is left is this guy. B, C, C sharp. What the heck is a C sharp doing in the key of G? G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? So that C sharp has no place. In fact, if you hear it combined with the root note, it sounds weird, right? That right there is something called the devil's interval, if you will. And we're not going to go there, but there's actually some really nice proper names that we're not going to even talk about because we're actually going to go into another level. I said it's a Gsus2 or G suspended 2 add sharp 11. So we're adding a sharp 11. What the heck is that? Well, hopefully by this point you know that sharp means 1 fret higher. So if this was a G, this was a G sharp. If I wanted a sharp a G, it would be a G sharp, right? So knowing all that, the G major scale is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. And it actually continues on this same path. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Same exact notes. That just simply repeat. Okay, let's go ahead and run through that real quick if you don't know that. That's the G major scale going 2 octaves. 3rd fret E, 5th fret E, 2nd fret A, 3rd fret A, 5th fret A, 2nd fret D, 4th fret D, 5th fret D. Make sure you got that first. Get that solid. Get that comfortable. And as you do it, go ahead and identify those notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Now that G is another 1 technically as well, so we're going to go, that's the 2nd fret of the G, 4th fret G, 5th fret G, 3rd fret B, 5th fret B, 2nd fret of the high E, and finally back home the 3rd fret of the high E. That's our root note, okay? So we've got ourselves G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, followed finally by our home note of G. So it spans 2 octaves. And officially, when you get into advanced level theory, you're actually going to be considering them a different number. Beginner level theory will say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, call it a day. But when you get to the next level, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Let's go ahead and go back to, by the way, go ahead and run that up and do what I just did. Count those notes out loud. By the way, I've got a Patreon guide completely for free. Find that Patreon, that link below, and you can follow along on that. It might be a little bit easier. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did you catch that? That C is an 11. That's a note of C, which also exists here. And if I sharp that C, or my 11, that creates a sharp 11, which is the note of C sharp. And that's where it gets its name. That's why this weird chord in Jane Says is officially a G suspended 2 add sharp 11. It's a G suspended 2. We're just adding 1 extra note, which is a C sharp, which in this case is a sharp 11. And that's it. That's why that chord is called that. If you guys like this weird, deep, nerdy stuff, let me know. If I went too fast, I recommend going onto my Patreon. It's completely for free. I put it up on there. Nice little PDF walking you through this. And hopefully that helps you guys. If you do enjoy this kind of nerdy content and you want some more, feel free to comment below and make a request. I'll be happy to break things down for you. Enjoy.